Israel has launched its largest military exercise in nearly 20 years. Weather running amok around the world, and that and more coming up next on Bible News Radio.
So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them from me.
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Middle Tennessee and examining current events from a biblical perspective, this is Bible News Radio with your hosts, Randall and Stacy Harp.
So to you is where I go. Me and my naked heart in your presence, get erect, drinking fast until you overflow. You come over and start up a conversation with just me, and I trust you cause you understand. Then you take my hand, you sweep me away in your peace, and then we start to dance. And I'm singing like, Lord, you know I love your love. Your love's amazing to choose somebody like me. Now I'm gonna follow your lead. If they think I'm crazy, I don't care. I'll say, hey, I can't say enough how you lay down your life so we could be free. So now I'm gonna follow your lead. Come on now, follow his lead. You I love and I worship you. Whatever you say, I will do. You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room till everything's not just like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Elohim, breathe on me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe in me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe through me. Holy, 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 holy. Ruach Elohim, breathe on me. Every day you're making me someone brand new. You are love and I worship you. Weak, I had no strength left but to cry. That's when you showed me just how great you are, cause you saw me, told me I'd never be lonely. Show me you heard every word I prayed. We talk for hours and hours about your spirit and power, how everything's gonna be okay. With each glimpse of eternity, I found joy in the suffering, found a way where there was no way. And I'm singing like, Lord, you know I love your love. Your love's amazing to choose somebody like me. Now I'm gonna follow your lead. If they think I'm crazy, I don't care. I'll say, hey, I can't say enough how you lay down your life so we could be free. So now I'm gonna follow your lead. Come on now, follow his lead. You are love and I worship you. Whatever you say, I will do. You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room till everything's not just like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Elohim, breathe on me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe in me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe through me. Holy, 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 holy. Ruach Elohim, breathe on me. Every day you're making me someone brand new. You are love and I worship you. Come on, Holy Spirit, come on. 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 You are love and I worship you. Whatever you say, I will do. You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room. Elohim, breathe on me. Come on, Holy Spirit, come on. 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 Come on, Holy Spirit, I worship you.
All right, everybody.
That was weird.
That was Becca Shea.
The song was great, but the whole prop thing, show and tell, all the props,
That wasn't all of them. I got like 55 or
Okay.
something of them.
Melanie's getting into it. The mirroring.
Hey, you know what? This
emoji mirrors
is Bible News Radio, and we're on
And
social media, people.
Right.
So I personally think it's fun. Look, okay, so we got the, who does that? Whoever laughs that hard? Me, I do.
Yes, you
All
do.
right, and then clapping hands. Yes, we do that. And of course we got, oh, I'm terrified now.
The
scream, and we got that one. This is one of my favorite ones. Is this one? And then of course we got the devil. Shut the door, keep out the devil. Shut the door, keep the devil in the night. And the devil and this one go together. The poop, just saying, people. Poop smiling is still poop, just so you know. And that honestly, people, just so you know, poop smiling is still poop. And it's the devil, okay? The devil. That's what the devil's. The devil? Seriously. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is, first of all, we want to explain why we're on a little bit early. We're actually on a little bit late, but we're on Thursday. We're going to be doing our show earlier, okay, just so you know, because Thursday night we have pickleball, and pickleball is important to me, just so you know. And it turned out God loves me so much that he had my guest cancel. Because he's in Florida and he's trying to escape the hurricane. And I know my hair looks kind of wonky tonight, but whatever. So I'm a little bit, I am a little bit disappointed, honestly, that my guest isn't here tonight. I would have, kept the show at 7 o'clock, but that hurricane is in the way and people are evacuating. And so anyway, all that to say though, so we decided to come on early because pickleball starts at 6, like in 8 minutes. Or 6 minutes, and it goes till 9. So we'll do the show for an hour, and then me and Bareface will get to go exercise for a couple hours and have pickleball. Here's the thing: the rec center, I haven't been able to play since last Friday, and I'm going nuts. Just so you know, because I play 5 days a week, and it's like I want to play. So that's why we're a little bit late. I know you all care, because just thank you for that. Okay. Anyway. So Thursday, Randall and I were trying to find maybe a permanent time that we can figure this out because, but then we got our dogs to deal with too. So we'll figure it out. Thursday might just be, we'll broadcast whenever we feel like it, time, day, just so you know. We'll figure it out though. Because, if you guys know what time we're on, we'll be on.
And all y'all can watch at any time anyway. You can always catch a replay, so you can watch whatever time you feel like watching.
Yeah.
We won't have quite the camaraderie that we have with the live broadcast, but...
Yeah. Can you tell me the... yes, that was Laura...
Laura Royer?
Royer. Took me a minute. Yeah, Laura Royer. Laura Royer. She's actually on Periscope at Catch Your Money. I think that's her name.
CatchYourMoney.com is her site.
It's her website, but
so you'll probably find all the... I should put myself back on while I'm talking.
And there's Pastor Pete.
I'm sure you can catch all her contact.
Did I say it right? I know that means hello, right? Hello in Hawaiian?
Well, that'd be aloha.
Oh. Well, no. I thought Marianne said that. What does mahalo mean then in Hawaiian? I know it means something. Thanks. Does it mean thanks? Or are you thanking me for I don't know. Anyway. Well, here's my... oops, wait. Okay, so this is it. Thanks. Oh, it means thanks? Oh, okay, good. See, I guess that's the thanks. Is that the thanks emoticon? I don't know. Anyway. Okay.
Well, that's applause, so
it is?
Close enough.
Oh. Ooh, that's what I should do when I want applause.
The sound of one hand clapping is the same as an applause emoji.
Right, and then I'll go like this, and then I'll go, oh, I can't believe you did it. No, you know what I need is a heart. This thing didn't come with any hearts. Anyway, okay, so that's why we're on a little bit early, and then, so that'll be Thursday, just so you know, because there's a big pickleball. Okay, here's the thing, let me tell you something. Where I play pickleball, they only had 3 pickleball courts, okay, true story. There's like 50 people that want to play. An average game is 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes longer if you're really good and it's a close game. So when only 12 people can play at a time, there can be mutiny. people. Just saying. Complete mutiny at the pickleball court. So we have been lobbying them for a year, like to give us more courts. And yes, I actually do play an instrument. I play piano and I also play guitar. Hey, Jefferoni. Jefferoni's like kicking my butt on Fitbit, just so you know. But I think Jefferoni actually walks all day long and I don't. And it's Jefferoni's day after birthday, so happy late birthday, Jefferoni. I love the name Jefferoni. Anyway, see, what else was I going to say? Oh, so anyway, okay, so the rec center, which is run by the county, they actually closed the rec center for a week in order to redo the floors. And we've been asking them, are you guys giving us 3 more courts? Because we're only using half of the gym, right? And they're like, well, we don't know. And so Wednesday when I was there, which was yesterday, I asked them, I said, hey, I want to talk to the manager. Tell me if you know, because everybody wants to know, are you going to paint more lines so we can have 3 courts in pickleball? And they're like, well, no, we're not. Sorry. Too bad. You're going to have to wait another year. I'm like, really? You guys are going to have a total mutiny on your hands here, you know? I know, pickleball is totally fun. It's like my favorite sport in the whole entire universe. I'm going nuts not playing it. But anyway, okay. So this morning, so I go into my pickleball group that I started. I tell everybody, you know what? Pickleball is, you know, they're not giving us courts. And I'm, you know, kind of irritated by that. That's what they told us, blah, blah, blah. Well, this morning, somebody posted in our group, did you see that they added 3 more courts? I'm like, what? I'm like, they lied to me. And, you know, of course, my friends reframed it for me. And I was thankful for that because, you know, I have this tendency to, don't be lying to me, people. You know, don't lie to me. That's the quickest way to get on my bad side is if you lie to me. Anyway, so my friend reframed it. She said, Stacy, they wanted to surprise us. I said, okay, well, they did surprise me, but I don't appreciate being lied to. What is that sticking up with the 3 bolts? I'm just curious. I don't know what you're talking about. Once you get back at it, you're going to destroy steps. Yeah, I know. We'll see. That's especially if I don't have to wait 20 minutes between games, because now the rec center has 6 pickleball courts. People, 6! And I'm so excited.
They're talking about your microphone boom.
My microphone?
Yeah, so if you just lift up your microphone, so...
Oh, this?
Yeah, and then let me switch back to you. And then if you raise it up a little higher so they can see it's connected. There you go. All right.
Okay. All right. So,
mystery solved.
Okay. All right. Good. Anyway, hi everybody coming in. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to everybody. I was kind of talking. Okay, let's see. We got Jeff, Many Rivers, Sam, Diamond Point Creations Enterprise, Kep Webb, Aloha Glory, Jenny, Greg, Guardian Redeemer, Destiny Calling, Chapel Hill Media, Angela, and more viewers who I don't know. Sorry, I can't see you all. But I will try to go ahead and follow all of you back, just so you know. If you follow us. If you follow me, I'll follow you. I'll try to follow you back. All right, So yeah, originally this program was an audio podcast. Well, broadcast too, did live audio, and so it's kind of set up to... And thank you for inviting followers. Not so much for visual purposes, so... It makes me feel good when you do that. Invite followers, I show this one. Tanya, okay. Are you guys... Hey, you know what? If you're in here, if you're part of my Marco Polo group that I'm in now, where everybody's Marco Poloing all day long, like, go ahead and tell me that. That way I know. Because I don't know everybody yet, because there's so many of you. All right. Oh, yeah, sure. Oops, wait. You are? Okay, good. Cool. Well, let me follow you back. Because we're trying to all follow each other, which is kind of hard to do, because we don't know each other yet. Oh, there you are. Cool. All right, I'm going to allow it there. All right, I followed one of you. Isn't the only way that everyone can follow everyone else is to walk in a circle? Yes. Okay, so today you might wonder what the heck is the name of, why am I naming the show what I named it? Tabletop Discussions. Because you know how sometimes you get a blessing and you don't even realize it? Like, you know, I don't know how many of you that's ever happened to, but I'm trying to follow all you guys here. But here's the thing. Okay, so I went to Goodwill today because Helping Hands, the local thrift place around here, shut down. Can you believe that? They didn't even tell anybody. Well, they didn't tell me anyway. Anyway, long story short, I go to Goodwill because I was going to try to find a book that I could actually do some journaling in. And as I went to Goodwill, I was looking around because I don't have a lot of money to waste, and I happened to see this cube. See this? This is one of these, what do you call that, plexiglass type cubes? Is that cool or what? Okay, so this is exactly what it had. It was wrapped up in tape. I couldn't even look inside of it. I was like, okay, this is like a buck. I'm really curious what's in here, you know? True story. And I thought, if for nothing else, if whatever's in here I don't like, I can keep the cube because it's cool, right?
Mystery cube.
Yeah, I know, right? So I opened it because I thought, well, maybe it scraps of paper and I can just, use those for notes or whatever. So I get in here, and lo and behold, I open it up, and the cube inside is all these cards, and they're cardboard, right? They're the cardboard. And it happens to be a game called Tabletopics. Questions to start great conversations. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is like one of these things. Okay, so apparently this is from I don't know when this is from, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I guess they have, whatever. But anyway, so I thought, ooh, this would be fun to actually talk, pull out some of these and get some of your guys' answers in the chat room, because we are a community here on Bible News Radio. All right, so here's the first one. I'm just pulling this out randomly. This is the very first tabletop question. All right, how about we go ahead and do this? Okay, so would you rather read the book or see the movie? Yeah, that's a good question. Would you rather read the book or see the movie when it comes to, any, like a movie, or a book, Randall, you want to answer the question? I will answer the question. Jeff Roney says movie. Melanie says read the book. Hey, Don, welcome to the broadcast. Okay, so the tabletop question of the day is, would you rather read the book or see the movie? Oh, Kep, I'm not sure what your first name is. Sorry, I'm going to look at the profile just so I can see. Kep, is that it? Okay, you would like to see... I just lost your answer. Did you say movie or book? You said one of them. That's it. Oh, Kep is your name. Okay, that's a cool name. Book is always better. Movies are winning. Okay. Yeah, for me, honestly, I'm a bibliophile. I love books. I actually, the older that I get, and here's a true story, and I hate to admit it, but the older that I get, the harder it is for me to endure movies. It has to be a really good movie for me to sit 2 or 3 hours for a movie, because I don't like long shows. I don't. I just, bleh. I endured Gone with the Wind not too long ago. That was enough. I was like, I don't know. These people are long-winded. No pun intended. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a... Anyway. Okay, so would you rather read the book or see a movie? I would rather read the book, because in the book, your imagination is there, So what about you, Bareface? Would you rather read the book or see the movie?
Well... it's difficult because they come in different varieties. There's the cases where the book comes after the movie, books that are based on a movie. Where, for example, I think of War Room.
Yes.
Where
which I saw the movie, and
Chris Fabry,
and they gave me the book.
Wrote a novelized version. And he kind of filled in some stuff. Gave some backstory that wasn't there in the movie. Kind of expanded on it. So that's kind of interesting. And then there are the cases of movies made from books, and there's, speaking of other extreme cases, there's like the Lord of the Rings series, where I still have yet to see them all. I have them all on DVD, but like the first one, the Fellowship of the Ring, right? Wasn't that the first in the 3? Yeah, for Fellowship of the Ring, 2 Towers, and then the Return of the King. Anyway, like the Fellowship of the Ring. Here you have a long book, that takes many hours to read, and they try to put it in like 2-hour movie. So obviously you have to cut some stuff out, to fit the story in. Yet they put this stuff in that wasn't in the book. And it's like, well, you only have limited time to convey this story. Instead of putting stuff in there that's not even in the book, you could have put something in the book. So both people were disappointed. The people are, who love the books, the series, and were, are faithful to it. They go like, what the heck is this? And the people who've never read the book see the movie, they're getting something that has nothing to do with the books. And so, kind of both parties end up cheated in a way.
All right. This is a great tabletop discussion, isn't it?
Well, I'm giving a very qualified answer to movie book. It really depends. I mean,
a mutiny is on our hands.
So book or movie? Yeah,
book. Books rule. Movies drool. No, I'm just kidding. I
like books in that you can take them at your own pace.
Okay, I protest movies though, like Titanic. You know why? Because everybody saw it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Of the devil.
I don't know about that. But
no,
I haven't seen it to know.
I know, but I actually own it because when my mom died, she had it and gave it to me, and I anyway. Okay, so oh yeah, you came in there. Okay, Marcetta, right? Is that right? Did I remember your name right? Okay, I'm trying to remember. Don't be mad at me if I didn't. Okay, I actually have never seen Titanic. I just haven't. I'm so evil. I just admit it. You know. All right, let's do another tabletop discussion card. And then I know Bareface wants to get to something more important. I'm drawing a random card here. See, I have no idea what the question is ahead of time. Here's the question. What was your favorite car of the last 3 decades? What was your...
Wow, there were...
So what does this mean? Does this mean... Like, what was the favorite car that was produced by all the car manufacturers or that I actually owned?
Well, I would take it the last 3 decades. I mean, some people haven't had a car, you know.
True.
Is that because the last 3 decades?
Some people haven't been around 30 years. Okay, so
but you know, manufactured since 1987.
Okay, I know what mine is. Okay, so my favorite car of the last 3 decades.
The Corvette or Mars Candy Bar.
Is ready? Okay, my favorite car of the last 3 decades is a PT Cruiser. Okay, now and here's why. Okay, I actually used to own one. I think they're super cute and super very cool. But the problem is they're gas guzzlers. That's the problem. They're not economical, but they look cool. And so for me, that was my favorite car of the last 3 decades. I've been driving over 3 decades. And I would still say that my very first car was probably one of my favorites. And that was a Mustang. Yep. True story. I owned a Mustang, people.
But this is in the last 3 decades. So since
my favorite car is the car I'm driving.
Since 87.
I had a RAV4 too. Mine was green. I had it forever until I had to return it because we leased it. Favorite car that I've owned is my current car, the Ford Escape. That's cool, Melanie. What year? Greetings from Somalia. Hi, Somalia. How are you? Nice. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so what's your favorite car of the last 3 decades? That's kind of a weird song. You owned a Mustang, a Camaro. Okay. That's good. Okay. You'd have to say a Tesla. Now that's cool. That whole story of how the Tesla came about actually is really cool.
Yeah, I don't think there have been any really good cars made the past 3 decades. Tesla, very innovative. It had some tech problems. They're getting there. So yeah, some of the later models are pretty darn cool. I put that up there. Okay. Certainly innovative in the last 30 years of automobiles. Has been kind of lackluster.
1970 Ford pickup. I owned a man who would let me ride his back for Somalia currency.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even understand that.
Right. But
thank you for sharing it. I'm glad you shared.
But
he was a friend. Okay. Okay. But maybe that's different in Somalia. See, you get that for that.
But 60s and 70s. Oh, you know. Definitely. But so I would say in the last 30 years, I'm gonna pick 2. One, just because it was a nice homage to yesteryear.
You mean homage?
Yeah.
Do you know that recently that was in a transcript I was trying to transcribe or whatever, and I could not figure out how to spell the word true story. I had to ask Vicky.
Homage.
And before Vicky can answer me, Bareface figured it out.
Anyway.
Like, I'm not that smart. How do blind people know when to stop wiping? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's that type of question. This is for you. That's you right there. That's you.
Anyway, what I was going to say, in terms of an
For those of you on the podcast, I just held up the proof of
homage or homage,
You're welcome.
Ford did the Thunder. Ford did the Thunderbird.
I should say that it's not you. It's the type of question was it. So
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Ford did the Thunderbird remake, modeled after like the 55, 56 T-Birds, you know, with the hard top coupes, and I think they did a really stylish job cosmetically of sort of reissuing that with a modern flair. I thought that was pretty cool, and then of course, as far as branding, even though it didn't last as long as they wanted to, wasn't financially sustainable, I have to give my tip of my hat to Toyota and their whole Scion line.
See, Toyota's rule, because I owned a Nissan while I worked at Toyota, and the Nissan was a horrible car. And my brother swears by Nissans. Oh, they're the greatest car in the world. No, Toyotas are the best cars in the world, in my opinion. I've owned every car I've owned, with the exception of 1, 2, 3, have been Toyotas. My current car isn't a Toyota, but yeah. All right, one more question, and then Bareface wants to get into something more serious. All right, here's the last question. What's a great memory of your best childhood friend? That's kind of deep, don't you think? That would take too long for everybody to answer. Let's see. How about here? Oh, that would be a good.
Buick Elantra. Cool. Kind of a boat, yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. This one people can just answer. There's choices here. Okay, how about this? Would you rather your home had a pool, a tennis court, or a rose garden?
No pickleball court is an option.
Well, it's pickleball court. If pickleball court was the option, then, you know. But that's a good question. So, would you rather your home had a pool, a tennis court, or a rose garden? So, pool, tennis court, or rose garden.
Well, most people I've talked to that had a swimming pool, they say it's a money pit.
Yep, I wouldn't want a pool. Not myself. Actually, for me,
it's great when there's lots of small children around, and neighbors come over, but especially when there's places where there's seasons, you just can't use it all the time. Hot tub, there you go. Now we're talking.
Okay.
But a swimming pool, just the cost of maintenance, chemicals, heating, cleaning, all that kind of stuff, and then what comes out of it, and then when it develops cracks, you got to drain it part way and repair it. I've just heard like regrets of people who put in swimming pools. So
my brother bought a house with a swimming pool. He filled it in with concrete.
Yep.
All right, so here's the thing. For me, it's a rose garden, hands down. Yeah, hands down. Yeah, because first of all, how many people would I have come over to my house and play tennis? Or pickleball, let's just say, as an example. If it was an indoor tennis court or pickleball court, that might be something different. I guess it doesn't specify if it's in or outdoors. I'm assuming outdoors, because these three things generally go outdoors. Rose garden surrounded by my urban vegetable garden, labyrinth, and paths and seating. Yeah. What? I said it wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you're mildly dyslexic as much as I am.
Right here. Mm-hmm. When Bareface interrupts me, that's what it is, really.
Yeah.
It's the devil.
Devil.
Okay, so for me, it's rose garden. What about you, Bareface? What would you rather have?
Yeah, while there can be.
Yeah,
I'm still Desert Liz. I'm with you with a hot tub. But
I know my brother bought a house with a hot tub in it, and him and his wife got rid of it. And I'm like, seriously, what is wrong with you people?
Indoor jacuzzi.
It was an indoor jacuzzi, big. It was nice. It worked. And my brother and his wife, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Who needs one of these?
I know.
Who wants one of these?
I know. They're like, we don't want it. And I'm like, what? What? You're out of your mind. You should keep that thing in there, because when you get older, and you are old, by the way, just so you know, my brother he's over the hill. Of course, that means I'm over the hill.
Well, different strokes for different folks, they say.
I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't.
I know. I'm like, what's with that? I don't get that at all. I mean,
It's like, have you ever sat in a jacuzzi?
I know, right?
It's like,
and who wouldn't want their own jacuzzi? You know, like the only jacuzzis I ever got to go sit in were the ones like at 24-Hour Fitness and in California. And inevitably, there was always these fat older men who would come in and sit in there when I was in there. And I'd be like, well, keep your hands above the water. Just saying, people, you know, and the bubbles. And, you know, yeah. Anyway, okay. My brother is weird. No, he is weird. I know, right, Desert Liz? All right. I mean, seriously, I'd be like, okay. All right. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Should we do one more? Okay.
Sure.
This is a good one. Okay. What was your mother's signature dish? Okay. Well, I have a couple. My mom, bless her heart, and I mean that in the Southern way. My mom sucked as a cook. I mean, she really was horrible. Okay, so Jeff Roney says meatloaf. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom made meatloaf. Just wanted to let you know. Good evening.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, I know. My mom, and it's so funny because I never actually verbalized my dislike for my mom's cooking, but my brother in older days has said, man, mom sucked at cooking. I'm like, you thought so too? Okay, so Desert Liz says pot roast with potatoes and carrots.
Nice.
And Doreen Merritt. Okay, mac and cheese, okay. My mom's signature dish was spaghetti. Actually, my mom had a lot of good dishes. Melanie says she used to forget to add the hamburger, though. Okay. Okay, beans and cornbread. Warren says that. Okay.
Like what sort of beans? Like red beans? That'd be like red beans and rice, kind of a southern thing with cornbread.
I would say, like for my mom, my mom tried. I mean, I could say she did try. But her best meal was spaghetti, and she made really good sauce. And to this day, she gave it to me. She wrote it down before she died, and I have no clue where it is. So, cigarettes in an ashtray for real. Ugh. My mom smoked too. That's yeah. That was yeah. She did make a great apple pie. My mom, yeah. One of my funniest memories of my mother was when she actually tried to make fudge. Yeah. You've heard this story. Even my brother tells this story. My mom one year at Christmas time, my mom liked to bake. Okay, I'll give her that. She actually liked to bake. She would make haystacks, which you take those Chinese noodles, you put them in chocolate, and then you whatever else you do to it. And anyway, she did that type of stuff. But she really, really was trying to make fudge this one time, and for the life of her, she could not do it because every time she tried, she completely messed it up. And the last batch that she made, she overcooked it. She put the spatula in there and tried to get it out, and it stuck. And it got stuck in the burnt fudge that looked like a sugar daddy pop. And it didn't matter what she did to try to get the sucker out of there. She couldn't get it out. And so it was like this thing was stuck on a baking sheet. My mom got so ticked off, which wasn't unusual actually. She's mad a lot, but she got so ticked off that she threw the whole thing away because she just couldn't get it off. It was like ah. So yeah, my mom's been gone for 15 years, and that memory still makes me laugh, and my brother, because it was funny because she got really mad. So oh my gosh, casserole. Dad just came home. Whatever was in the fridge to whip up casserole for dinner plus 4 kids.
Wow.
Yeah. Here they call, somebody at Pickleball brought, they called it a cupboard pie. And, Krista, you never know. My mom knew people. But they call it a cupboard pie. And that's basically what they do. Whatever was in the cupboard, they threw it in this pie and cooked it up and everything. And anyway, somebody brought one of those to Pickleball not too long ago. And it said, here, you can, donate to blah, blah, and I'll give you a cupboard pie. I'm like, I ain't going to eat whatever was in your cupboard. I don't care if it's in a pie or not. Okay, here's another question. Pie or cake? Pie or cake? What would you rather have? Pie or cake? And you can guess what I would rather have. Hi, Marlene. Mom, what's for dinner? Hush and eat it. There we go. Bareface knows what I would prefer. So Liz says cake. Are you saying cake to yourself or to what I would prefer? Pie or cake?
Plastic. No.
Paper or plastic? No, I'm just kidding. I know this is an exciting episode of Bible News Radio, isn't it? Both. No, actually not both. Pie for me? Nope. Nope. I'm actually a cake person. I prefer cake over pie any day. If I have to eat pie, if I'm forced to eat a pie, it has to be apple. That's pretty much my favorite. And apple with cheddar cheese on the top of it, that rocks. Just saying. I don't know how many of you have ever eaten your apple pie that way, but I think that is actually the best thing. Red velvet cake is your favorite. Yeah, red velvet cake is good. I like carrot cake. I especially enjoy carrot cake. I really do like carrot cake. Yeah, yeah. You like cake better too? Yeah. I just think there's more varieties of cake, and you can have frosting and and let them eat cake. German chocolate cake. Oh yeah.
Homemade options with ice cream. Wow.
You've never had cheddar cheese on an apple pie, really?
Check it out. Check it out, Melanie. So it's hard to beat a slice of a warm boysenberry pie.
Ugh. What is it with you and my mom and cherries and raspberries and boysenberries? All these berries with lots of seeds in them. Put a 1 if you like boysenberry or raspberry. All those things with seeds in them. See, that's why I don't like pie, because they're made out of that junk. Ugh. Ugh. Just saying. Pie a la mode is awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, there are the types of pie. See, the other thing is, you like pumpkin pie. I don't mind pumpkin pie, but it's the texture. Again, you have to be in a mood for a specific texture. I can handle it once a year. All right, so then this leads me to the other question, and I know Bareface wants to get to a more serious thingy, but how many of you like fruit cake? Because, obviously people in the world like fruit cake. But there's this like big debate about fruitcake. Fruit people, like in my family, everybody always said, "Hey, if somebody brings a fruitcake, it's going to end up being a doorstop." Yuck. So the question is, how did fruitcake get such a bad rap, people? If it's fresh, yeah, why not? I don't see anything wrong with fruitcake, except I know some people put alcohol in it, which, I'm not into alcohol. I don't drink. I don't, fruitcake is from the devil. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people.
Where's the fruitcake emoji?
And here's the thing. Everybody, fruitcake is from the devil, and it tastes like to most people, right? So.
Yeah. Like Melanie
said that right there.
Like Melanie said, if it's fresh, and that's how it got the bad rap, because most people see like, ooh, what is this? And so they re-gift it, and the same old stale cake gets passed from house to house, and so it's terrible. It smells terrible. It feels terrible, and so
this is my favorite emoticon. This one right here, right there. Yeah, I mean, really, can you? Ugh. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I don't know.
All right, so our table talk discussion is now over. I hope you enjoyed this very special edition of Bible News Radio table talk discussion.
Well, why don't we do a smooth segue and interrupt the two phases of this program with a shout out to our sponsor,
Clayton Fruitcake. I don't even know what that is. Is that a brand of fruitcake? My dad's name is Clayton, by the way. I think that's a cool name, by the way, just so you know. Okay, yes. Ariel Ministries is our sponsor. They still are. Can you believe that? And I have some exciting news to share later about what they're going to be offering soon, because I just found out today they actually have a really cool new thing that they're going to be offering. You're going to love it. Anyway, but in the meantime, you can save 20% when you use the coupon code Bible News. And here's the real cool thing. Hey, Mia, do you like cake or pie? I'm curious. Anyway, the book's Yeshua. There's 4 volumes. Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Bareface has been teaching out of that the last year or so. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while.
I guess so.
And, of course, the Cooper series is still available at that discount using the coupon code Bible News. You like cake? See, I knew a reason why I liked you so much, because you like cake too, me, and you like cake. Okay. Anyway, D.L. Cooper's Messianic series, you can get that 7 books for $32. Save 20% when you use the coupon code Bible News. And don't forget, check it out. You know, look, all the Jewish holidays are coming up pretty soon. And also, you know, Christmas is coming up. These would make great, you know, Ariel's a great place to shop for Christmas, just so you know. You know, shop early, shop often. Shop often. Get your friends biblical stuff for Christmas. Right? That's what I say. And also, our Pillars of the Community. I want to thank all you guys who've joined our Pillars of the Community membership. This is how you make me feel when you become a pillar of the community. And it's really easy to do that. All you got to do is donate $25 a month. $25 a month, basically, is what we ask. And your donations help us to continue our work here, teaching the gospel, discipling believers, evangelizing the world, and, of course, bringing you all the great guests that we have. And you can just go ahead and set that up. Go to BibleNewsRadio.com/give. You can set it up through PayPal, or I actually have people donate with check. That's cool, too. Some of you might be wondering, speaking of great guests in the world, a while back I got an opportunity to, well, the request came through my email to interview Dolly Parton. And actually, then I asked everybody on Facebook, do you guys, you know, want me to interview Dolly Parton? Working 9 to 5. Okay, anyway. And all these people said yes. Okay, so I put in the request. And then I got back an email saying, we're considering your request. And I said, okay, cool. Anyway, and some of you who are already on my Facebook page, you already know I got an answer. I've been invited. She is not doing, because she is such a big, huge star. I mean, she's a mega star. Plus, she's limited in time. That's primarily the reason. I was invited to a press conference instead for media. It will be a private media phone call that I've been invited to, where I actually can talk to Dolly Parton, actually, which would be very cool, and ask her a question. So if you guys have a question for Dolly Parton you want me to ask, I will get probably one question, and then all the other reporters will, you know, they'll get theirs too. It will be a recorded interview, and I will play it later on our show. But if you guys have any questions for Dolly Parton you would like me to ask her, then throw it up in the comments here. I'm going to go through them, and whatever ones I think are appropriate for the press conference that we're at, I will throw out when I'm on the phone with her. Because that's usually how it's done when you got somebody of that stature, you know. She is the number one, in case you didn't know, she is a Christian, and she is the number one most honored country music artist in the world. In case you didn't know that. Just so you know. All right. What else? Oh, Pillars of the Community. Oh, also my class here. My class is still available. What's it called? Your Secrets Are Not Secret. Is that the name of my class, Randall?
Stop lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself. Dang. You see, you know, that's what, okay, this is why I even mess up the whole name of my class, because I named it Your Secrets Are Not Secret, then somebody else said you should name it something different. And anyway, you guys, it's still available at my Labor Day discount. I've extended it through Saturday. I wasn't actually gonna, but I've had some of you message me and say, hey, you know, can you extend it a couple of days? So your wish is my command, I think. I don't even think that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Does? Okay. Well, anyway, your wish is my command. So if you want to get it for like 25% off, go to my Bible News Radio Twitter page. The link is right there. Just click it. Or here in Periscope, I actually have a different graphic, but here in Periscope, if you just click through the link here and go to Bible News Radio Classroom, oh, that's not going to give you the discount though. So ignore that. Click Twitter. Go to the Twitter, click through there, and it's like $21.75 total cost. And I think after fees, we get like $19 of it, something like that. So if you want to support Bible News Radio in that way, go ahead and do it. And keep in mind, this is my very first course. I on purpose didn't make it super totally perfect. I didn't make it all fancy schmancy. I just wanted to get it out there, and I'm getting some good feedback on it. So go get it, because on Saturday for real, I am going to put it back to the whopping $29 price. So you have an opportunity to save almost $8 if you get it now through Saturday, which is what, 2 days, 3 more days, something like that. Okay. Are there any other announcements? Am I forgetting anything?
Well, I was going to say the Seek Wisdom Challenge, but we need to get some stuff done here. We need to cover these stories in the 15 minutes we have left.
Well, just sign up for my email list at BibleNewsRadio.com and you'll figure it out. All right. Okay, Bareface, get to some of the news of the day.
Yeah, I don't want false advertising. At the top of the show, I mentioned a few topics about Israel launching its largest military exercise in nearly 20 years and talking about the wild weather. And so rather than go into particular stories, I'm just going to run through some headlines and just a little bit of commentary. It's interesting, this story coming out of Israel didn't get picked up, even though it happened while it was still Wednesday night here in the United States. There in the early morning hours, Israel was Israeli jets were striking a weapons facility in Syria, depending on whose story you read. If you just look at these headlines, Israel airstrike targets Syrian military site as tensions rise. And notice the time, Washington was 6 hours ago. Site targeted by Israeli airstrike in Syria may have produced chemical weapons 16 minutes ago. Israel has launched its largest military exercise in almost 20 years, 55 minutes ago. If Israel did strike Syrian arms, wait a second. Israeli strike against Syrian military site? If Israel did strike a Syrian... Anyway, some are saying that it was a chemical weapons site, a suspected chemical weapons site. Well, it's interesting. Israel is saying it was a chemical weapons site. And just yesterday, the liberal United Nations published a report documenting 25 cases of Syria using chemical weapons in the last 10 years. Or no, even 4 years? It was like 2013 to 2017. Last 4 years, 25 incidents, known documented incidents of Syria using chemical weapons, mostly against their own civilians. So the fact that chemical weapons are being produced in Syria is not is not a secret. And then I read a Syrian article yesterday, anyway, someone in Syria reporting what happened, and that the facility was known to make rockets. This is a research center that Iranian scientists are the ones they got from Saddam. Yeah, you bet. Iran has been definitely involved. Of course, that was Iraq, but I don't know. Iran was has been heavily involved in arming Syria, especially with their rockets, and rockets which had been launched into Israel. We know that the rockets passed on to Hezbollah and Hamas. I was trying to think of the other H name. They're from the Gaza Strip. They've been launching rockets into Israel for a long time, and so Israel, put two and two together. Well, here's this rocket making long-range rockets in Syria. We also know that chemical weapons are being...
It's Kep's first day on Periscope. Well, hey, welcome to Periscope. Glad you came in here. Okay, I'm sorry. I meant to interrupt you, but...
That's okay. Not a problem.
And thanks for following us. I think I just followed you, too.
All right. So, those mysterious trucks that went through Iraq desert to Syria years ago could well be. I know I'm taking you seriously because I know there are a lot of naysayers and saying, these imaginary chemical weapons and all that, but there's more than circumstantial evidence to again, this report comes from the UN of all people, who's been anti-Israel and anti-U.S., is saying, hey, Syria's been not only manufacturing but using chemical weapons. You're going to say?
What article were you actually reading?
Several.
By the way, if it is your first day on Periscope and you have no clue who we are, I am Stacy Lynn Harp, your sweet and lovable host, and that's Bareface, my husband, of 25 years. Can you believe it? I've been around we've been married 25 long years.
Politics,
anyway.
Lies and cover-up show.
Yeah.
So, what does this all mean? What am I getting to with this headlines? And
what are you getting to, Bareface? Get to the point.
Well, this being the biggest military operation by Israel in nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
And what's going on in just the tensions in Syria, what's been going on in terms of civil war, but Russia and Iran backing most of that, supplying weapons and things like that, and that's well documented too. Iran, no friend of Israel. Russia, no friend of Israel. And then looking at biblical prophecies, of course, Russia and Iran are not named, but by name, but people groups that used to have those areas and coming against Israel. It's just, I'm not saying this is biblical prophecy. This is Psalm 83 war tomorrow or anything like that. It's just. It's always been a hotbed of military tension, but this is something that hasn't happened in 20 years. And as far as Israel is concerned, but given the climate in which it's happening, this is an unprecedented climate. So it's unprecedented action by Israel. Well, I'd say not unprecedented, but biggest operation in 20 years. But that happening within a context that was not there 20 years ago. That things are really kind of a little more of a powder keg. So it's just kind of interesting to see what's going to happen out of that. If Syria's going to retaliate. An amazing thing is reports are that only 2 were killed in knocking out this facility. So fears damage to the facility, the rocket making and chemical weapon making facility. We had only 2 deaths. Anyway, and so speaking of weather kind of stuff, I put that at the top. And so
you notice how the numbers in the show went.
It's my winning personality. I know.
No, I think it's just because it's a serious conversation and it's difficult. See, Israel gets bagged on all the time by the world. The world, many in the world, a lot of people in the world, even in the church, hate Israel. They're anti-Semitic, and that's cool, not cool. But when Israel does something that to defend herself, she gets bagged on, and it's like, hey.
Yeah, I'm not here to say that the Israeli government is any more righteous than the U.S. government. Neither are. They're not.
Nope.
But it's a prophetic land. It's a prophetic people.
It's God's people.
Right. So
mess with Israel, you're messing with God. Just saying. That's the true story right there. No true words have ever been spoken. If you mess with Israel, the apple of God's eye.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You're messing with God.
So we're not talking about the people themselves being holy or righteous or deserving of anything.
I know.
As our brother Joel Comm, believing Jew.
Don't give him a hard time.
Okay.
Did you really say that to me?
They
really?
did.
Because I'm his wife. I can give him
When I was a teen, I knew from Bible how important a world Middle East is. Yeah. Right. And so anyway, I was just about to say is our friend Joel Comm, our brother, believing Jew, Messianic Jew, is keen on saying, Israelis, Jews aren't chosen because they're special because they're chosen. Anyway.
Yeah, he could have chose anybody, but
yeah, right. Okay, now turning to weather, people are talking about these hurricanes.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring that up. Can I read Rudge?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's lots of people I know in Florida. My dad used to live there. Fortunately, we were able to sell his house, but it only took 2 years. But the Drudge Report has a big, huge red headline that says, "You have been warned. Where will she turn?" And all the little sub-headlines they're terrifying. Miami Beach mayor says residents must leave. This is a nuclear hurricane. Official warnings issued up to 10 feet storm surge, Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. No buildings we can guarantee to keep people safe. Storm Titan's aim on Florida could impact every major city. FEMA chief says will be devastating. Thousands of troops deployed. Where did they deploy the troops? Down there to get hit by the hurricane, or?
Well, yeah, to help with infrastructure and stuff.
Okay. Supplies have been cleaned out. Gas stations run dry. Military and state police escort fuel trucks. Nuke plants in path. Airlines scramble. Roads fill in rush to get out. Cruise passengers fear finding escape plan. Flight that raced the hurricane, and it says here evacuation ordered for Savannah. So, what was the other thing I read? There's something else I read there too. Anyway, the point is, and hear me, if you happen to be in Florida and you're listening to me and you're not evacuating, you're an idiot. Okay? Just saying. You're probably going to die, and you will deserve to because you're an idiot if you're not evacuating, and you're supposed to.
I don't know if Palm Beach has to evacuate.
I shouldn't say that meanly, but the point is, you've been warned, and if you're one of these knuckleheads that actually thinks, oh, I'm not going to listen to me, blah, 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 then if you're sitting on your roof tomorrow or whenever this thing hits and nobody comes to get you,
probably,
then, it's your own stinking fault. Just so you know.
Sister in West Palm Beach.
I have little patience for
she
people
might want
like
to get herself inland anyway. Yeah. I don't know if there's mandatory evacuations in Palm Beach, but definitely get away from the coastline. That would not a bad move.
But anyway, aside from me being a little in your face about that, it's like
but it extends beyond that. We think, there's Hurricane Hugo, there's Hurricane Andrew. We've had hurricanes before. Bad hurricanes are nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. Severe weather's nothing new under the sun. But we're looking at U.S. centric. Irma and possibly Jose, is it, that's out there in Atlantic too, may come this way. But let's take a quick survey of the headlines, weather headlines from around the world. Check this out. Flooding and heavy snow threat across the Middle East this week. Heavy rain and thunderstorms target Argentina and Uruguay this week.
Okay.
Records continue to fall as heat bakes New South Wales and Australia. Numerous heat records. Fiji flooding threat to continue into the weekend. Worst wildfires in Chile's history continue to burn. And there's the rain and snow across the Middle East.
Yeah.
Deadly flooding in the Philippines as more than a month's worth of rain falls in 6 hours.
That's crazy.
I mean, these are the things that are going on around the world, and there's more. And it's not just here. It's not just the Caribbean and Florida. There are freak things of weather going on all around the world.
So it's Matthew 24 coming to life.
And you may say, well, there's I was going to say global warming, but no, climate change. Climate change, if we wouldn't just burn these fossil fuels, and we brought this all on ourselves. And
Bareface is about to get ready on his soapbox, people.
That's a whole...
Watch out. You know what's going to happen when Bareface starts it. Anyway. I need to bear one of these.
Yeah.
I need to get a picture of Randall and put it on here. Then I can...
that would be funny.
It would be.
You can take a screenshot from any of these broadcasts. And I know people in MGA MAGA Coalition, you have it there. Okay. I didn't catch all that, but...
Anyway, the point is first of all, we need to be praying for,
Indeed.
That the Lord would show his mercy and move that storm and make it not as devastating. But we also need to pray that
send it to the West Coast where everything's burning out of control.
Well, we need to pray that people take heed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hello, you've been warned.
I'll make it.
I mean, I don't even watch TV and I know about it. Okay. Don't you have a bear from me? I actually do. Yeah. This is Luke, the super bear, paramedic bear, life flight bear. He's my mascot. Oh. He's tough too, just so you know. He's tough because he's wearing a leather coat. And he's got goggles.
Yeah,
totally
I
make him
think
look
that's
tough.
what's happening now with the gas shortage and stuff like that. Or people are overreacting. Heck, we saw it here when there was news that there was this gas supply. There's
Spring
like
Hill,
gas
everybody overreacts in Spring Hill.
It's just like these gas. I'm like, what's going on? Is are like people, because we don't have television. I rarely listen to radio. And so there's gas lines this one time with gas stations, these long lines. I'm like,
it's amazing.
Wow,
We're informed at all.
Bunch of people leaving town, or what is this? So, yeah, there was something with some sort of pipeline somewhere that was not supplying fuel for several hours. And then people, oh my goodness, all the gasoline's going to dry up. And so, everybody's at gas stations filling up and anyway, I mean that was the cause of the Great Depression. Ultimately, yes, there was some serious financial problem.
Hi, Rob.
There was some serious financial problem, and gas prices are up.
Yeah,
here as well.
They've been gouging here in Tennessee too. They increased them like by 50 cents a gallon.
And the reason they're doing that is because people are making a run on the gas stations, and they're trying to.
Well, no, I think greed is behind it, too.
There's greed, too,
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah,
right,
there's
mister?
greed, too, but it's like, hey, people are making a run, they're panicked, hey, then they're going to have to pay for it. And there's all that. So, anyway, but I was going to say the Great Depression, not that I was alive then, but from what I can read of history, yes, there were some financial...
I'm glad you weren't alive then. Because if you were, I wouldn't be married to you right now, because I wasn't alive then.
Yeah. There were financial impacts from the stock market crash back there in 1929, Black Monday, all that kind of stuff. But it was the panic, oh no, financial crisis in the U.S., and everybody made a run on the banks. Got to take our money out, got to take our money out. News for you, all that money that says is in your account, and everybody, that money's not there.
Yeah, come on.
It's you as an individual can go and empty your account, but everybody can't go at the same time and empty that account because that money isn't actually in the bank. It's not anywhere. It's being lent out. It's being loaned out. The bank's drawing interest from loaning money. It's not actually there in a vault somewhere. It's on paper. And that's what happened with stock market crash. Everyone, got to get my money out. And the banks were bled dry. They had, they
Grover.
put out as much money as they could until they ran out, and then with no money in the banking system, and it just had this ripple effect with joblessness and other people going out of business and blah blah blah, just because panic. It was panic, and so. Reminds me of the top 3 rules of survival in the case of a natural disaster or civil unrest. Top 3 tips for survival are 1, but I guess I could put myself on solo.
Oh, you don't have to. People like
so they can
seeing
see
the
my
dog. Come on.
So they can see my fingers.
Grover is a star. Just saying.
1, get out of the city. 2, get out of the city. And 3, get out of the city. Because
boy, that took you. There's quite some delay there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So that's because that's why they're urging people to get out, because when things happen like that in the city, without things coming in regular supply lines, there's only so much for so many people, and as soon as that.
It's a good thing I didn't pick my nose there.
And
thanks for letting me know that, it's like...
Well, I thought people wanted to see the dog. Don't do that. Don't put yourself up. People like to see the dog.
He's sitting on my lap right here, okay?
So,
it's amazing. Into the 2 years I've done live streaming, never done that on screen.
Yeah, evacuate if they told you to. That's a good idea. I mean, there'll be looters and all that, but
looters who will be stupid because they're going to get caught in the rain.
But if havoc reigns and things break out, don't all leave it last minute. It's not going to work. Just clog the highways. Because resources run out, stuff like that. Everybody's leaving. Nothing's coming in, and a heavily populated area depends on regular supply, daily supply, in some cases hourly supply of things, and And as soon as that stops, things get messy. Anyway, we're over time.
Are we?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, I want to let you know that many of you probably have heard about this social media live streaming conference that's going to be taking place in New Zealand that our beloved Vicky Fitch is going to be speaking at. And I want you to know that I will be giving you guys some information about it if you want to purchase a live streaming ticket. And then you can watch the social media thing if it's something that you're interested in doing. Juanita, who's putting it together over there, is going to give me a special link to share with you later. I don't have it yet, but I will be sharing that later in the next couple of days because this conference is like around the corner, literally around the corner. All right, so tomorrow our show is going to be at our normal time, 7 p.m. Central Time. It's our Free for All Friday edition. And here's something I would love for you guys to do. If you see a news item or there's a specific topic or even a particular guest that you would actually like to see on the show, hey, Papa Bear Alaska's in the house. Now, speaking of a specific guest, we were actually talking about him, getting him on our show because we met in LA earlier this year. Anyway, if there is any of that stuff, then here's the thing, you guys. Tweet me at Bible News Radio or message me on Facebook or something and let me know what you would like. And yes, I did hear that Busker is shutting down, unfortunately, which is really a bummer for people who have money saved up, but they don't have the $50 that they need in order to cash out. That really sucks. It's a bad thing. But it's good for Periscope if you think about it. It's bad for Busker, which really bites. But Periscope is still alive, you guys. So just keep praying that Periscope's doors stay open. I heard somebody told me today that Periscope has made enough money on their Super Hearts program to actually pay out bonuses. So I haven't had that. I don't know where that information came from, but I trust the source I got it from.
Wow, they've not had any way to monetize.
Oh, you did? That's nice.
They have not had any way to monetize for a couple of years. I mean, the whole operation was subsidized by Twitter. Yeah. So the fact that it not only, made some income, but enough to pay out bonuses.
Yeah. Well, live streaming is now.
Oh, no doubt.
Live streaming.
It's now in the future.
It's now in the future, and I can tell you here that I'm personally super thankful for Periscope. I love it. It's been the best thing that's ever happened to Bible News Radio, in my opinion. And we appreciate your support. All of you guys that come in and support us. I mean, it's a community. You guys are family. We talk about you after we're off air. Just so you know, we talk about all of you. No, just kidding. No, we do. We talk about you in a good way. Except occasionally when you irritate me. Sometimes then like, did you see that comment that so-and-so made? Can you believe that? Just so you guys know, every single comment is recorded. I have it documented because I use full scope. But anyway, but yeah, no, this is a community of real people who have been together for 2 years, and that's the thing. I see us as an extended family, especially since we're all believers, most of us. There's not a day that I don't think about you. Let me put it that way, or interact with some of you on. I interact with most of you on a daily basis. If you're in here, I talk to you every day, just so you know. And many of you outside of here too have become really good friends. So, so Periscope is awesome. And so Busker, not doing well, unfortunately, could be good for Periscope because it will drive more people over to use Periscope. So all that. I actually didn't. I didn't read your book because I actually don't have it. Randall has it. I try to read everybody's book I get, but it's just so difficult because
it's on my desk.
Randall was actually talking about how it was on his desk. Mm-hmm. So at least it's on the desk.
Jesus isn't real what? He's not real mean. He's not real cruel. He's not.
Yeah. That was really good. Okay, do you want to get down now? Huh, mister? Do you need to go out? Do you want your dinner? See, he didn't eat his dinner earlier. And yeah, that's him right there. See that face? How can you not love that face? I mean, look at that. The cutest face on the planet. Yeah. All right. That's my baby. Okay. Anyway, tomorrow, our regular time. Me and Randall need to go now because pickleball is in session and people are already there. They've already been there an hour. And I can't wait to go play. So I'm going to go play pickleball now. And I hope we see you tomorrow. Okay? It's new to me from frying pan to fire these days. Microscope plus Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's owned by Twitter. So... So, remember, be bold, stand up, and go with God because He loves you. And if you can, go play pickleball when you can. We'll see you tomorrow. So cool, we can get there like shortly after 7, and we should be able to play as long as everybody is there. Randall's name